Hey everyone, I've been meaning to talk about this series for a while, and since I've been not feeling well enough to be able to do Skeletor plays, or because I can't get the voice down, or any more lofty projects, I figured what better time than now to add a review of these two related series as content to the site. An independent project, or at least a non-major studio project, presented on YouTube are the twin series of Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss. Now, Hazbin Hotel has only really had one episode up and a music video short. There's very light amount of supplemental material, if any. But but its sister series, or whatever you want to call it, it's in the same universe. Helluva Boss has had 6 episodes as of this date. 7 if you count the pilot, which I actually do. So 7 episodes. And they've shown a lot of potential as a cartoon series. And I personally very much enjoy them. They've already grown a very decent fan base. They sell a lot of merchandise. But show creator Vivian Moore, I cannot remember her actual name. I apologize. But her and her originally makeshift crew, they've actually got a decent cast for Helluva Boss. But they put together this, frankly, a very adult shows. I have to keep saying shows because Hazbin Hotel is another series. But you might as well call them the same series. Almost. Anyway, they're very adult. It is not a cartoon for children because of rampant violence, sex and language, and frankly, just some metaphysical content to consider. Because both series take place in hell. In the case of Hazbin Hotel, it revolves mostly around Charlie, the daughter of Lucifer and princess of hell, who sees that every year her people are brutally slaughtered in a kind of purging, a cleansing kind of thing. Angels come from on high to actually kill the overpopulation in hell of demons, which, use your own theories, it doesn't feel like a population culling as much as it is probably keeping numbers down so they can't rise up against heaven. Your own theories. But in any case, feeling for her people, Charlie decides to open a kind of a rehabilitation clinic, a hotel for sinners to go to try to make themselves better, to redeem themselves so that they can leave hell and go to heaven. An idea that is laughed out of the building by almost everybody who hears it down there. And it's like it's an interesting premise for a show, but And a lot of people love Hazbin Hotel, the first episode. I have to admit, I prefer the other series. I am actually more of a Helluva Boss fan. Helluva Boss follows a natural-born imp, Blitz, the O is silent, and his business that he started. Basically being specialized demonic hitmen for sinners to hire to get back at anybody who wronged them on Earth while they were alive. And they're able to go to Earth because of a special book they borrowed from a very powerful hellish entity, who I will talk about later, because I have a lot to talk about with Helluva Boss. Even bought some of the merchandise. I might show that. Who knows? But, anyway, I actually find a company of demonic hitmen a lot more entertaining a premise than basically sinful rehab. Both have interesting premises, but for some reason it resonates better for me, with me, than this whole idea of the assassins. That just rings better with me. It seems more interesting. I don't know why. But like I said, they're related series. They're in the same universe. And so the lore that is discovered in either series will carry over to the other one. And this is where I'm the most impressed with the series. Particularly Helluva Boss. And it's that when they tackle lore, when they go and do when they use demonology, and they get into the nitty gritty of it, they're accurate. They are shockingly accurate. There's the character that Blitz and the others got the book from is a high being of hell named Stolas. Stolas is actually mentioned in the Book of Solomon as a prince of hell who is responsible for the movement of the stars. He enjoys plants and gemstones, and is depicted as a large owl wearing a crown. Well, in the series, he's a big owl man who has a crown. He moves the stars around because he can. He has plants all over his mansion, which is ornate and has gems. So, hey, that's all accurate. His personalized rune crest thing, as depicted in the Book of Solomon, is splattered in several places in his house and on his spell book, his grimoire that Blitz possesses. It has Stolas' crest on it, and it's accurate. And I have to give them all the credit for that. I appreciate the work they put into it. And it so easily could go down to just shock humor. When it's like, oh, they said a dumb word, they said a dirty word, or, oh, I just killed that guy, isn't that the joke? No, they had actual jokes. There's more than that. They use the language and the violence and the sex. They use that as the vehicle for the joke rather than making it the joke itself. And I like that. I like that a lot. Honestly, I got more of a feel that they were using the violence and the sex and the language as the joke in Hazbin Hotel rather than... I got more of a feel for that rather than getting that in Helluva Boss. It might be one of the other reasons why I preferred that one over the other. But overall, if we consider it the same series, it's still overall very good. Not for kids. Obviously not for kids. Don't let your children watch this. If you catch them watching it, you probably should stop them. But I'm not going to tell you how to parent, but it seems like that's probably the best idea. I probably could gush on more about these series, but like I said, I'm not feeling all that great, which is one of the major reasons why I'm doing this. And, well, so, the cast, a pretty good cast for Helluva Boss, has been on, I don't know, one of the, it's like Charlie is actually, she's interesting enough of a character, and she keeps my interest, which is good because she's like the main character. I guess there's some enjoyment to be had, very tiny little bits from all the rest of the characters. A lot of people like Angel Dust. I'm like, he's just a sarcastic jackass, which does have has its place in comedy, but if a lot of the other characters are there more for plot rather than any comedic value. You have the absolutely terrifying first backer of the hotel, Alistair, the radio demon, who at the end of the episode showed off how powerful he could be. And although he probably would be no match for some of the higher rulers like Stolas, he still proved that he is a force to be reckoned with. And kind of makes the viewer wonder, what did they get into by agreeing to let him help with this hotel? And that's all I really have to say about Hazbin. They just haven't released enough content for me to really care. Helluva Boss. There's a musical number in every episode, which is fun. I love musical numbers, especially when they're good. And of the cast in Helluva Boss as well. The married couple of Millie and Moxie, 2 imps. They're married. Millie's a little firecracker, a little southern. Don't mess with her. And Moxie, her husband, is a sensitive thespian type. He's brainy. He's classy. He gets kind of shy, nervous, and neurotic sometimes. It's a good dynamic. Their receptionist / Blitzo's adopted daughter, Luna, the Hellhound. At first, like the first couple episodes, I did not care for her. And then a couple episodes followed, and they actually started to develop the character. And she wasn't just this angry lady who curses at everybody. She actually has reasons for things, and now I care for Luna now. I don't think there's a single character on the main roster that I hate, which is good. That's great. That means you could write a episode about any of the characters, and I'd be at least slightly interested. But yes, that Helluva Boss and the pilot of Hazbin Hotel are all available on YouTube on the Vivzy Pop's YouTube channel currently. I did hear that they haven't had any more episodes of Hazbin because it was picked up by Netflix. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from that. So, who knows? But, yeah, Vivzy Pop, V-I-V... Is it I-Z? Z-I... Pop? It should be easy enough to find. You can alternatively search for Hazbin Hotel or Helluva Boss, and you'll probably find her channel anyway. So, if you are adult and you are interested in that pushing the envelope humor while also getting into a slowly crafted story, you might be worth checking it out. And until then, I will see you next time I do something. And stay tuned.